Hey, happy Wednesday. Wow, I almost said Thursday. It is Wednesday. So, going with the whole TV theme, I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of a story time regarding my favorite shows as a little kid, well, younger little kid. Um, so I would say this would probably be like first grade, give or take. So let's see. My era, ugh, even though that word, just how it's the new in saying. It's so annoying. Anyway, I won't get into that. But anyway, some of my favorite TV shows as a kid. Um, some of them I wasn't technically supposed to watch, but I did, not understanding why I wasn't supposed to. And now as an adult, looking back watching the show, I'm like, oh, that's why. Thankfully, some stuff went over my head, and I think sometimes the background or the storyline of the show was not fully understood by family members. But anyway, so some of my favorite shows. Let's see here. This will age me. One that was technically like a no-no was Three's Company, which I thought was absolutely hilarious, and now that I'm an adult, it's even funnier. Rest in peace, John Ritter. Other shows that were actually more my speed, Small Wonder. I briefly recall watching, this is a 70s show. No, maybe it's from the 60s. No, it's 70s. Was Land of the Lost, about, I think they're brother and sister, how they go down this waterfall and end up in prehistoric times, where there's dinosaurs and it. Looking at clips of that show now, I'm like, it is so bad. The special effects are like, it's terrible. I don't know why I felt nostalgic toward that one. Let's see here. I've already mentioned Little House on the Prairie that I watched like religiously every day during the week, Monday to Friday. Another show I watched, I think I started watching it when I was like 8. It was Kids Incorporated on Disney. Or maybe that was before it was on Disney, but I watched that show. And let's see what other exciting. Oh, Webster's one with Emmanuel Lewis. Somehow I briefly recall the episode where there was that fire and he had to get out. Which actually, thinking back, that could explain the whole nightlight, thinking it was like that the house was on fire. I wonder if there's a correlation there. Probably. Probably my subconscious thought, oh my goodness, there's a glow in the hallway. Let's see. Different Strokes, I watched. Silver Spoons. I'm trying to think what other ones. I watched quite a bit. TV. Trying to think other shows. Obviously, you have Saturday morning cartoons. So you've got Gummy Bears, Smurfs. Gummy Bears, Smurfs. I was a total tomboy and loved watching He-Man and Transformers. And yes, I did own a Transformer, one or two. Did not own the He-Man, no. Obviously, Care Bears, My Little Pony, of which I did own quite a number of My Little Ponies. I think I briefly watched Gem the Holograms, but I'm trying to think of some other. Oh, Family Ties. I watched. Growing Pains, of course, and occasionally I did see Who's the Boss with Tony Danza. Oh, another one which, as an adult looking back, I'm thinking like, oh, I should not have been watching that, but I would watch Bosom Buddies with Tom Hanks. Who knew the foreshadowing culturally? But anyway, let's see. Oh, one of my favorites was Chips with Eric Estrada. Let's see. Oh, also watched. Obviously, I watched a lot of TV as a child. My goodness. Obviously, the Brady Bunch, classic. Gilligan's Island, My Three Sons. I'm trying to think. When I was a little older, so like second grade, I mean, I watched Nickelodeon, which looking back, yuck. But one of my favorite Nickelodeon TV shows was actually a cartoon. I don't know if anyone remembers Belle and Sebastian, about the boy in France that had the Great Pyrenees dog, which was my favorite breed as a little kid. And then when I was older, I actually got to meet one in person, so it was like a fangirl or fan dog moment of like, oh my goodness, I love that kind of dog, and it was so soft. Let's see. Nickelodeon wise, I watched. These are shows that, looking back, I'm like, I should not have watched that. Was Things You Can't Do That on Television, and of course Double Dare, and Clarissa Explains It All. And let's see, there's a lot. Oh, I'm so sorry. One of the prominent shows I watched as a little kid, I mean, like, I'm talking preschool, kindergarten, would have been Romper Room, of course. And there was the one with Bill Cosby where he would draw, I think at the beginning of the show, I don't know if it was called like Picture This or something. I don't know if anyone remembers that show and can recall the name of it. I remember that one. Let's see. Yeah, so I watched quite a lot of television as a kid. Goodness. Yikes. Not that I didn't like play with dolls or anything different aside from being in front of the television. But no, obviously I watched quite a lot of TV growing up. If any of you can relate to liking those shows, whether you loved it, hated it, couldn't care less about it, I'd love to hear. Needless to say, I had an assortment of TV shows I watched. Yeah. And it's strange how TV shows do they do shape sort of your memories as a child. Oh, good grief. I can't believe I forgot to mention Punky Brewster. That's another one that I loved. Yes, and I think they recently tried to do a modern, like, as an adult version of it, and it was like, I didn't see it, but it looked, some shows you just gotta leave them as is. Like, don't try to like modernize it. Just leave it in nostalgia, like where it belongs. And sometimes actresses, don't always age well, but thankfully Soleil aged well as Sherry. but yes. Love to hear what TV shows you guys like to watch as a kid growing up, and what shows impacted your life. And can't wait to hear about it. Have a great afternoon. Bye.